I am Charles Darwin. I am born in February 12, 1809, and my theory is to propose the idea of sexual selection and how traits the enhance of individual ability to attract mates, even if they don't necessarily to contribute a survival and had a profound an impact of a field of biology, and continue to be fundamental understanding the diversity adaptation of a living organism.
Charles Darwin was a British naturalist and biologist who lived in the 19th century. He is best known for his theory of evolution by natural selection, which he presented in his seminal work on the origin of species. Published in 1859, Darwin's theory revolutionized our understanding of the natural world and the diversity of life on Earth. Through his observation, experiments, and writings, he laid the foundation for modern revolutionary biology and became one of the most influential figures in scientific history.
So let's move on to the theories of Charles Darwin. What is Darwin's theory of evolution? The theory of evolution by natural selection was first formulated in Darwin's book On the Origin of Species in 1859. The theory describes how organisms change over time as a result of changes in heritable physical or behavioral traits. Changes that allow an organism to better adapt to its environment can help it survive and have more offspring. The theory of evolution has two main points. All life on Earth is connected and related to each other. And this diversity of life came about because of modifications in populations that were driven by natural selection. Natural selection is often described as survival of the fittest, where fitness refers to the ability to survive and reproduce. Natural selection can change a species in small ways, such as causing a population to change color or size over the course of generations. This is called microevolution. Given enough time and accumulated changes, natural selection can create entirely new species known as microevolution. It can turn dinosaurs into birds, amphibious mammals into whales, and ancestors of apes into humans. There is also a form of natural selection that depends on an organism's success at attracting a mate, a process known as sexual selection. Darwin developed the theory of evolution before scientists knew about DNA. Now scientists know that the physical and behavioral changes that make natural selection possible happen at the genetic level. Such changes are called mutations, which can be caused by random errors in DNA replication or repair.
Now let's proceed to the theory of giraffe by Charles Darwin. So Darwin's theory of natural selections or descent within modification is testable and observable fact. Experiments have been conducted in the wild and the laboratory. So let's dive deeper in the Darwin's four conditions. So the condition number 1. So individuals within a population differ. So in condition number 1, there are features that different within the populations of the same animal. In our case, the feature that varies between sa giraffe is ang ilahang neck length. So kabantay mo, some of giraffe born with long neck and some born with short neck. Condition number 2. The differences are at least in part passed from parents to offspring. So Darwin's descent with modification is the idea that offspring are fairly similar to their parents with some genetic differences. So kung sa tao pa, children are like mini versions of their parents, but with a twist in their genes. It's like inheriting your dad's nose, but getting your mom's killer dance moves. So this concept basically says that while we share a lot of common with our parents, we also get a sprinkle of uniqueness that sets us apart. Now, let's proceed to the condition number 3. Some individuals are more successful at surviving and reproducing than others. So in that case of our giraffes, the long neck individual did not acquire its neck by stretching to grab the leaves. Instead, individuals within the population were born with the neck length that was longer than others because A longer neck allowed them to reach the food that was otherwise cannot. So it give them advantage. So mas advantage ang mga dagkog liog kay mas makaabot sila other than sa mga short neck nga. Condition number 4. The successful individuals succeed because of variant traits they have inherited and will pass on to their offspring. So giraffes with the longer neck advantage are in better health and able to pass this feature to their offspring because this trait is more successful than shorter necks. So kung sa tao pa murag na siya discrimination nga mahitabo. Because more individuals in the populations have it over time, this process can result in populations that specialized for a particular environment and maybe eventually result in emergency of new species. In other words, natural selection by Charles Darwin is very important process, though not the only process by which evolution takes place within a population of organisms.
Charles Darwin's proposition of the origin of species. This has widely impacted the evolution, not just in the species itself, but also in technology. With pieces of evidence, we are able to date back the time of its existence and its race. As such, with technologies. With the accepted theory, evolution never ceased to exist, and we still keep on evolving, and in no matter of time, a new species shall arise in the future.